and today we have Middlesex University with us, and we have their representative with us. We have Mr. Yasser Khan, the International Recruitment Officer. So Yasser, over to you now.
Thank you very much. Hi, everyone. Pleasure having you here today with us. I will be taking you through everything that we have to offer at Middlesex and everything that Dubai has to offer you. So I'm just going to get right into it, and I'm going to try not to go off topic too much because I want to keep things clear and concise, because I do tend to do that a lot. The reason for that is because there is just so much information that I want to share with you guys, and such less time to that I need to really keep on going according to the presentation. But I will still try and give you an idea of everything that is waiting for you here. University in Dubai. So think bigger, think Middlesex Dubai. This is not just a slogan, it's also a vision that we have. We've been expanding our programs ever since 2005, expanding our campus ground. As you can see on the bottom left-hand side, that is our campus ground. You can see what a lovely atmosphere the university provides. And so many students takes go higher the numbers in high. So we're around the world: London, Dubai, Mauritius, and Malta. London is our head campus. You can take a transfer to the London branch after your first year, issued from the UK itself. It's issued from the London branch, and it is a QAA accredited, internationally recognized degree. The city, talking about the lovely city with Dubai, where our campus is located. It is home to the tallest tower in the world, the biggest mall, the biggest indoor aquarium, the this, that, largest man-made island, just so many different things, so many things to do here in the UAE, in Dubai. Dubai is one of the most happening places in the Middle East right now. And it is also, in terms of, it is the safest city in the world. But in terms of the current COVID-19 situation, the UAE government has really, really stepped up its game. They have handled the COVID situation. It has just been amazing. They have been able to keep it under control since the beginning. There were lockdowns that
Yasser, your voice is breaking in between.
right now to ensure the safety of all the residents in the is now. Hi, can you hear me now?
Your voice is breaking. If you can just cut the video short and we'll move on to the next slide, because I think this is the issue, the bandwidth.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you. Yes.
Perfect. I think it may be taking too much of the internet speed, too much of that with the videos and everything. But anyway, I'm going to continue speaking about what I was talking about earlier. The government was really able to control the situation. So now people can actually come over to the UAE. They can study. They can come over here as tourists as well. Flights are open, and everything is pretty much under control. All the companies, everyone that is operating here in the UAE has adapted to the current situation, and they've done so beautifully. I'm going to talk about our awards. Forbes Middle East Magazine, Dubai Links. We are the only university certified by Black Magic Design. We have the LLB honors law degree that we are offering. It is a British qualifying law degree. And yeah, quite a lot of different kinds of awards that we have. We have a 5-star rating from, this is according to QS classification. We have been given a 5-star rating on the basis of our academics, on the basis of our academic achievements, on the basis of graduate employability, on the basis of the research that is being done in the university, on the basis of the variety of programs and the facilities that we're providing our students, and student satisfaction, just so many different things that have contributed to us receiving a 5-star rating. And this is a pretty big deal. And as I have mentioned before, we have over 100 nationalities studying with us, and our professors as well are from all around the world. Our faculty members are from all around the world, mainly from the UK and Europe. And we have a very, very diverse student base as well. What this does is this gives you really good exposure, the exposure that you need to thrive in international cities such like Dubai. And of course, the UAE itself is very, very diverse. And just Middlesex University, Dubai has, we have international students studying with us as well from different places. So you can just imagine the diversity that we are offering, and which results in good exposure. Um, we also, this is something I like to tell students, the first few years after your school, during your 12th grade, after your 12th grade, in your first few years in the university, these years are like the foundation years of your career. And the university definitely gives you a really good direction, and provides you a very healthy atmosphere to grow, and gives you every opportunity to recognize your potential and really develop your personal and professional skills. All right. Enough about that. Let's go into the programs. These are the programs that we are currently offering. So you can have a look, and you can also put down your questions. I will be answering them after the next slide. We do have bachelorate programs. All of these programs are 3 years. They are done in 3 years, and we are offering British honors degrees. And if you do get the honors title, it basically means the course is equivalent to a 4-year education. So all of the undergraduate programs we are offering, even the engineering one, is 3 years. The programs we're offering are, business. We have accounting and finance. If any of you are interested in doing ACCA, you can get 9 exemptions. We also have business accounting, business management. You can specialize in finance, marketing, human resource management, entrepreneurship, project management, and logistics as well. We do have marketing, and we do have business management with marketing. The difference is that in business management with marketing, in your first year, you will study everything: human resource management, finance, economics, you name it. Everything you need to set a very strong foundation. In marketing, you will be having modules that will help you become a marketing specialist. Science and technology, information tech, computer systems engineering program. This is the only engineering program this branch is offering. We also have psychology. You can have a look at all the different psychology programs we're offering, and we have also introduced the criminology program. And we do have health and education programs, the law program. I've mentioned this already, that the law degree that you do get from our university will allow you to practice in Commonwealth, in countries that practice Commonwealth law. So we are teaching you international law. And media studies, amazing media programs that we have, amazing media and arts and design programs. So whether it's advertising, journalism, film, digital media, we also have graphic design and fashion design. I'm pretty sure quite a lot of you may be interested in fashion design. Our students have been doing, not only from the fashion design program, from every single program. I'm just going to give you a small example of one of our students from the fashion design program who recently a few months ago, actually, designed a dress for a Hollywood celebrity for a red carpet event. It was his work has been recognized here in Dubai. He has been involved in quite a lot of projects, and a lot of our students are doing such incredible things. You know, our film students got the rights to, I think, a script from Warner Brothers. Now, I I don't have the exact details of that, but yes, that is something that happened. I think they have made a film. I'm not sure, but so many of our students are doing such incredible things, and that's just a few examples. There's a very beautiful balance between practicality and theory in the programs that we teach you, so you can actually apply your knowledge on in the university, into projects, into work outside. You can do internships, you can do part-time jobs while you are studying, and you can apply your knowledge there. So the UAE actually is actually allows students to work, and I'm not talking about small-time jobs. I'm talking about internships in major corporations. And as you know already, every you know almost every major corporation has an office in the UAE, and we are right next to Dubai Internet City. Dubai Internet City is home to the regional offices of, you know, whichever major companies you've heard of. I'm gonna let you do the research on that. So PG programs, master's programs that we are offering, we do have. You can have a look at all of the programs we are offering now. Most of these are programs that can be done in 1 year, and they can also be done in 2 years, 1 or 2 years. That is those are the options you get. So full-time programs are 1 year. Part-time programs take 2 years to complete. The degree remains the same, and for both options, classes are in the evenings after 6:30 p.m. What this means for master's students is that you can actually secure employment. You can do a full-time job in the mornings, and in the evenings you can attend classes in university. And I think that that provides every student with, I mean, that gives every student a really good chance to uh, benefit their career. Okay, so not going to get into too much detail, of course, for master's students. If you do have any specific questions, you can let me know. I'm going to talk about the entry requirements for master's and then go back to undergraduate. So master's programs, we look at your CV. I mean, that's a normal thing. We do look at your CV. We do look at the previous qualifications you've had. For the MBA program, just for the MBA program, we require 2 years of work experience. Now, we are offering every single student coming in from India of 10% postgraduate program grant, 10% study grant for the master's programs. For the MBA and human resource management program, we are offering a 20% grant. Coming back to the undergraduate programs, this is very important. We are offering a 20% international study grant to any student coming in from India. And of course, we also have academic excellence scholarships that start from 70% onwards. Now, I'm talking about grade 12 results, 70% and above, and you can get an academic excellence scholarship along with a few other things. So you can have a look at the entry requirements. We just require your grade 12 results, and of course if you get more than 65% in English, we do not require IELTS or any English proficiency test. I'm going to quickly go into the student student accommodation that we are offering. So these are the amazing residences of Middlesex University in Dubai. This is a small video, but I'm not going to be playing that because of the internet issue. The facility has a gym, swimming pool. The gym also has a personal trainer, and it's truly an amazing facility right next to the iconic Mall of the Emirates, which is the iconic Mall of the Emirates. I'm pretty sure you've heard of Ski Dubai, the indoor ski resort place. I think I'm not sure if any of you have visited it, but it is an amazing place. So we have transport to and from the city or so. Here's the mobility services. So we offer our students with internships, certifications. We have career fairs that for each program, companies come onto campus and they recruit students on the spot, hence making our students 100% employable on the basis of all the opportunities that we're giving. Now, this doesn't mean that there's a job waiting for you as soon as you graduate, but this basically, because that would entirely depend on what the employer is looking for and what you can offer them. And the training that we provide, the opportunities that we provide result in our graduates becoming employed. So that's what that means. We do have quite a lot of institutes. This particular one is for students who have startup ideas. They can get them in touch with investors, things like that. The CIE involved in hosting conferences and so many different things. We have different institutes within the university that do quite a lot of things for gender equality and sustainable development and things like that. We have tons and tons of social activities in the university. As I mentioned before, that the university is going to allow you to give you the opportunity to work on your social skills and really develop yourself as a person. And these social activities, student activities, play a very huge role in that. So the youth festival, the International Day, is just a little something from our students. It basically helps. It basically brings together students from different backgrounds, helping them, giving them a platform to showcase their talents and their dance forms and the foods from their countries. Just a little example. We do have sports. Girls and guys teams, basketball, cricket, football, table tennis, and all those sports. We provide professional coaching and facilities as well. I'm just going to play this. I'm not sure if it might slow down the connection, but I hope it does not do that. As you can see, martial arts, athletics, football, table tennis, basketball. All right, so we do have sports. We do have field trips around the world, domestic and international field trips. And the domestic field trips are all included. And quite a lot of the programs do have assignments that require you to go around the UAE. Yeah, I think that's an amazing thing because you're able to apply your knowledge. Social events, and I want to give you an idea of what the graduation ceremony is like in Middlesex, Dubai. So 2019 graduation ceremony, it was a massive event placed in the Dubai Opera House. And as you can see, Burj Khalifa right next to it. And it's just truly an amazing feeling when your family's there, when your friends are there, and you are graduating from a prestigious university and getting your degree. And yeah, it's a massive event. And when you do join in and when you do put in that hard work and your hard work is recognized in that way, it's an amazing feeling. Graphic design labs, these are the facilities now, the graphic design labs, as you can see, very well equipped. The networking lab in partnership with Cisco for computer science students, physical computing lab, this is for engineering students, and as you can see, the fashion studio, graphic design, you can see the film studio, and the Cisco labs. All right, so next up we have the engineering lab again, robotics lab. That's one of my favorite places in the university. There's just so many cool things there, robots and stuff. MDXI Studio, that is just a little launch for coders. Hub 19 is where all these students, it's where these students can go and relax, you know. So Hub 19 has the student lounge, has the gaming room, the games room, recreation room, dance studio, and all of those other facilities for just for students. And this is what the university looks like from the outside. That is the MD Accelerator room. That is also a part of Hub 19. And that is what a classroom, Middlesex University classroom looks like, a typical classroom. And of course, the current situation, given the current situation, there will be quite a lot of regulations in place for students, and obviously, if you have any questions, you can answer all the questions that you have. And yeah, the courses we have in psychology. So going to the programs, the courses being offered in psychology. This is a question from Sania. Thank you for
Yes.
asking. Counseling skills, we do have human resource management. We do have marketing and criminology. Those are the specialization. Now, okay, Shub has a question. That's fantastic. So physics and astrophysics, I already possess a lot of knowledge. Okay, so unfortunately, particularly physics, unfortunately, we don't have any programs like that. But if you do have an interest in studying in the UAE, you can have a look at our other programs. And yeah, that's I think that's pretty much it in the question and answer side.
Yeah, so we do have one raised hand also. So I'll just allow Rudransh, if you can unmute yourself and you can ask your question.
Absolutely. Thank you very much for raising your hand, Rudransh. You can go ahead, ask us the question.
Yes, Rudransh. Rudransh, can you hear us? I think there's some issue from his side. So we'll just move on to our next question. And before doing that, Yasser, you can actually give them a live example. You have also studied in Middlesex University. You have completed your studies there. So you can, yes. And so
I
you
will
can
give
give,
you, yes,
yeah,
absolutely. So
an
I
insight. Yeah.
was born and raised in UAE itself. I am a CBSE student. I studied in a school called DPS in Sharjah here in the UAE, and I did my 12th grade from there as well. And I did join Middlesex University Dubai for the business management program, and I specialized in marketing. Right now, I am really, really good at what I do, and that is something I wanted to do. I wanted to go into the education industry because I was very interested in how the things work there, and the degree has really given me an amazing. I mean, everything that I've studied, I'm able to really apply that into my job. And all of my friends have a very similar opinion. The jobs they are into right now, and the things that they're doing right now, the degrees that they've done from Middlesex have really helped them out. And yeah, that's my story. So I did 12th grade. I got a pretty good scholarship from my CBSE grade 12 result, and I joined in business management. It took me 3 years to complete. Within 3 years, I was done. And throughout my time here, I did, I had my fun, of course. I made tons and tons of friends. This may sound like a cliche, but I really, really, really enjoyed my time here. It has been truly amazing. And during my time, I did internships. I worked part-time jobs. I did so many different things. I started off with volunteering first, so this is something I really want you guys to take away from this session, that wherever you are going, wherever you're going to be, make sure that you are having fun. Make sure that you are putting in the work as well, because these few years are actually very you make sure that you utilize them, and make sure that you utilize every facility that every opportunity that you get. What I mean by that is, go for volunteering, go for do part-time jobs, do all of this stuff, go for internships, work work in terms of like study and work in companies. uh, Figure out what your strengths and weaknesses are, because when you start trying out new stuff in the university, you will find out very quickly what your strengths and weaknesses are. So in what you can do is you can really invest more time um, in your strengths, and you can say, okay, maybe this is my weakness, maybe I need to improve more, or maybe I need to let that go and not waste any more time there. So so Middlesex University will definitely give you all of these opportunities to develop yourself. Middlesex will give you the opportunities to grow as well, and develop your potential in terms of your professional life as well as your personal life. And yes, it has been an amazing experience for me. And if you do have any questions related to that, I'm
Yeah,
open to
please
that
drop
as
in
well.
your questions in Q&A box. We're just waiting for your questions. So meanwhile, Suhani wants to know, are there any courses in literature?
In literature, so we do have, unfortunately, not specifically literature, but I want you to take note of the media program, which is BA Honors Creative Writing and Journalism. This is if you want to go into writing, copywriting, if you want to write articles. You see all the articles you see on social media. I mean, these are really, um, they aren't new, but then we have introduced an entire program on this. It does cover creative writing, it does cover journalism as well. You can go into journalism using this program. And I think that, I mean, we don't have literature specifically, but if you want to go into something like writing or something like that, I think that that program can really benefit you. And I welcome more questions on that if you want to
Yeah,
know
so
about
I
how
want,
that is possible. Or yeah, yeah, please.
yeah, so I wanted to know, Yasir, I can see a few engineering programs here
Yeah.
on your slide. So do you require any specific test for
No,
that, or
that's a very good
it's just,
question.
yeah.
So there's no entrance test for the program. What we look at is just the grade 12 result.
Okay, so it is the total aggregate that you are looking at.
Yeah, we look at the grade 12 result. And
Mhm.
if you do have, let's say, 65, 65% and above in English, there's no IELTS requirement either.
Mhm.
So basically, I think the majority of students do get more than 65%. Is that correct? In English,
Uh,
in grade
yeah,
12, the majority of students, I mean, 65% and above is fairly
yes.
easy to get in English in grade 12.
Yeah,
And
I guess so.
so in that case, the only thing we look at is the grade 12 result. And of
Mhm.
course, then we have all the normal, the general documents that we require for the application. Yeah.
Mhm. So we have one question from Hina ma'am. So she says option of online classes is available in case if things are not stable, keeping in view the COVID situation.
I'm sorry, I wasn't able to quite catch that.
She
Can you repeat the question?
she wants to know if online classes will continue if the things are not stable.
Aha, yes, I see it now. Thank you, Hina, for your question. That's a very good question. So right now, what's happening is, in India, I think in certain places cases are increasing, in certain places cases are going down. in certain places we have no idea what's going on. So Middlesex University Dubai's September intake, September 2020 intake will go normally as it normally does. We have provisions in place for ensuring the safety of our students. We have the necessary facilities that our staff members have been trained for emergencies. We have regulations in place to ensure the safety of every single student on campus. To answer your question, we do have an online platform, an online support platform for sort not exactly distant learning, but yes, it is an online delivery that is for students who might not be able to travel to the UAE. But as soon as the flights open up, and as soon as the um, um, you are able to travel from your particular country, this I think being India, then you can come over to the UAE and you can do the classes. But in an emergency, in a rare case, if you are not able to do so, yes, there can be the first semester will be supported with an online delivery of classes. That is for as a backup. The degree is QAA accredited, and because of that, for maintaining that standard, we do need to have um, uh, you know face-to-face class sessions with professors. I mean, that is how the education is truly going to impact you. So yes, to answer your question, we do have plans in place for students who are not able to come over to the UAE. As soon as you're able to, you can come over and you can continue the degree. Yeah.
So September intakes are on right now.
Yeah. Yeah. Everything is going as it normally does. In fact, we
Yeah.
have been having quite a lot of students showing interest in the UAE, mainly because of the name in the news and how the UAE has been dealing with everything. And
Yes. Yes.
despite, I mean, recently we had the launch, the probe that was launched to Mars in a pandemic, and I think that is just it says a lot about how the country is handling
Yes.
things and
Definitely. Yeah.
how good uh, things are going on right now. So yes, everything is going really well here. If you do have any more questions, I would actually suggest trying to read a few articles about the UAE and how the crisis was dealt here. Yeah.
So Hina ma'am says, do we have two falls like other international admission processes?
I'm sorry, I wasn't able to catch that. Do we?
Do we have two falls? You can see the question in Q&A box. Do we have two falls like other international admission process?
If you can just elaborate on the question so that I can answer it correctly. So two falls, as in, are you talking about semesters, Hina,
Yes,
or?
yes, yes, yes. I
Okay.
guess so. She's talking about
So
fall
yeah,
semester.
yep. 2 semesters, 3 year per year, 3 years in total for the undergraduate programs.
So as you were saying that you are open for 2020 intakes in September. So if
Mhm.
this student opt to not to take the accommodation with the university, is it
Mhm.
possible to do that? And if it is
Absolutely.
possible, so what is the cost of living in Dubai?
Absolutely. So there are many students who do have family or
Mhm.
friends living in the UAE. So they do have a place here in the UAE. There are students who do decide to take up their own apartment. Unfortunately, I won't be able to give you any kind of cost in relation to that because that will entirely depend on what kind of a neighborhood you stay in and
Yes,
how
definitely.
your
But
lifestyle
a
is.
slight idea will do, I guess.
Sure. So I'm just
Yeah, if
gonna, yeah.
I think the student will prefer staying near to the university.
Hmm. Okay, sure. So I can say around, just give me a moment
Sure, sure.
to
Take your
calculate
time.
this. Yeah, around let's say six lakh rupees. maybe yeah, around 6 lakh rupees per year,
per year. Okay.
maybe that much to, I mean, this is this is including if you're staying in a one bedroom, or I mean, if you have your own apartment, that is, and if you have your own, you're not you're cooking yourself and you're everything, you're doing everything yourself, then yeah. If you are sharing, then of course it's a lot cheaper. As I mentioned, it depends on the lifestyle
How lifestyle? Yeah.
of the student, because there
Yes,
are,
definitely.
the UAE also gives you the freedom of choice. You can live in your own place if you want. You can share in you can live in different kinds of neighborhoods. And since there's no since there's no sort of like tax on things, we just have the VAT here. It is a
Yeah.
lot easier to manage the finances. So that depends on how the student does that. But yeah, that's around that much, just a rough estimate.
So we are open for questions, students. If you have any other question in your
Any
mind.
other questions?
Sure.
Anything you want me
Sure.
to inform you about? I can talk about Dubai the entire day. If anyone
Yeah.
has any questions about the UAE, about Dubai, how the weather is, I can tell you about the summers. So right now we are in the summers. Usually you don't actually feel it because many of the um, majority of the hours in the day you're indoors, so you won't really feel it because everything here is air conditioned. It's not that warm either, because it's like a pleasant warm. um, there are, the winters are uh, the the winters is the time when the weather is perfect, near to perfect, because it's not warm and it's not like freezing, it's not snowing, and
Yeah.
it's just perfect weather. They call it the in the language of the youngsters, they call it the sweater weather or the hoodie weather. It's just a really good time, and the majority of your classes are actually during the winters as well. So that really gives you a very pleasant environment around the university, because the university is actually right next to the beach as well. Just to let you know that we have a strip of the beach, and we also have Jumeirah Beach, which is very nearby. So if anyone who wants to go to the beach can do so, because it's very nearby. And of course, I can talk about Dubai Marina, JBR, JLT. These are very good tourist hotspots. Quite a lot of. There's a commercial area there as well, where companies have offices there. There's also, um, uh, you know, uh, plenty of places to hang out around, and restaurants and stuff like that. I can talk about Dubai all day. I've been doing that for the past few years now. So some light on the fee structure approximately for doing the 3 years program. That is a good question, Hannah. The program cost is around, give me just one moment while I calculate it in Indian rupees. So the program, with the 20% international study grant, which is a guaranteed scholarship we're giving our international students, is 27 lakh, around 27 lakh rupees for 3 years. Around 27 lakh rupees for 3 years. The
That
program
includes the
cost,
accommodation also.
that is excluding the accommodation, because I believe that a few students, I mean, if you want to include the accommodation, there's an additional charge for that. The accommodation is separate, but this is the tuition fee. It includes all the facilities, everything in the university, and the accommodation and the visa is separate, a separate charge, because I'm not
If
sure
you,
if the
if you can
student's
throw
going to
some
be.
light on the accommodation fee and the visa processes that you're talking.
Absolutely, absolutely. So the visa will be arranged by the university. It will be a student visa with the medical insurance. And just to give you an idea, it is around, just give me one moment. All right, it's going to take some more time while I calculate. So the visa is, we do have the package, which is the tuition fee. It has the tuition fee, it has the visa, um, the medical insurance as well, the accommodation, which has the swimming pool and gym facility and everything. Food is not included in the accommodation because that system is simply not there in the UAE. Students are mostly either going outside for their food, or they bring the groceries home and then they cook their own meals. There's no kind of like a mess in the university. So to give you an idea, the entire package is around, yeah. So this would be around 39 to 40 lakh rupees for 3 years, including everything. It
Okay.
includes the medical insurance, the visa, the cost of living, accommodation, all the facilities. There's no additional costs, and it basically includes everything. We do have access to Dubai Metro if you want to travel around the UAE, around Dubai. We do have our own transportation that picks you up and drops you off to the metro and the university. And we do have the gym and swimming pool facility as well, which allows you to maintain your fitness, and the tuition fee and everything else is also there in the price that I have just mentioned. So this is the
Okay.
total cost for 3 years. It is not
Mhm.
the yearly cost.
Yeah.
Quite a lot of students do think that suddenly they assume that it's the yearly cost. No, that is the total cost of the university, and the degree you get is issued from the UK. I just want to remind you of that. It is
Yeah.
issued
So
from the UK.
yeah, I was coming on to that. That if a student joins the Dubai campus
Hmm.
and they want to migrate to your UK campus, or I have seen some other places also. So what is the procedure? Can they do that in between their course, or do they have to do something different?
Definitely possible. So all the programs we have here in the UAE, we have them in the UK campus. Students can transfer to the UK campus. Not possible for masters, but for undergraduate programs, it is definitely possible. We have a transfer option where students can do 1 year in the UAE, and they can do 2 years in the UK, or they can do 2 years in the UAE and the final year in the UK.
Okay,
And
so do you have any specific requirements for that,
There
or
is there is an academic requirement, but
yeah,
there's
that's what I
no. I
was
mean,
asking. Yeah.
the rest of it is the transfer application is handled by the university, and of course, the tuition fee is a little different. As you know, London is an expensive city,
Hmm.
and UK universities in the UK, they do have a separate pricing. So the cost for the year in Dubai is when the student stays in Dubai, they pay according to that, and when they transfer to the UK, the fee structure kind of changes from that year onwards. Um, the other thing that I was saying is, yes, the transfer application. So the transfer application is handled by the university, and the students have to maintain an average, above average. Like they shouldn't fail in any of the modules taught in the university, um, throughout their time in the university. Because of course the transfer application, I mean, if a student fails a module, then they're not able to go into the next year, and they're not able to hence they're not able to transfer either.
Mhm. So you were also talking about the scholarships and some concessions for Indian students.
Absolutely.
So it is for all the students, or do you require any specific academic? Uh,
All
it's for
students,
all students.
as long as they meet the minimum, I mean, for getting
The,
into the program, they need to
yeah, yeah,
maintain a minimum grade, right? For example, for the business management program, it's from 55 to 60% grade 12. That's what they need to maintain, because we not only look at the academics, we look at like quite a lot of different factors. So a student needs to maintain the minimum, and every student coming in from India, um, international students, they get the international study grant of 20%. The cost
Okay.
that I have given you is inclusive of the 20%.
Okay, okay. So is it distributed evenly for all 3 years, or it is given on the total amount
Yeah.
that they are given?
Yes, it's given. It's on the basis of the total amount, and it is divided across the 3 years.
Okay, okay.
Yeah.
Thank you very much. Thank you
No
very
worries,
much.
no worries at all. I'm just waiting for more questions. If any of you
Yeah,
have any questions, you can put them in the chat box.
yes, definitely.
And
We are also waiting for the questions.
I
Then,
do hope that quite a lot of you have taken something away from this from today's session.
yes,
So I'm just
definitely. It
gonna
was you were very thorough, very informative, and I must say, this is the best session that I have till today.
Oh, really? That really means a lot to me. Thank you so much for saying that.
Thank you.
And I think that we have one question. I'm just gonna answer
Yeah.
this quick.
So yeah,
Hi, Dr. Uzma, from Bareilly. Postgraduate programs in psychology. Yes, we do
psychology.
have a
Yeah.
postgraduate program in psychology. So we do have an applied psychology program on the right-hand side of the dark blue section. The last one, MSc Applied Psychology program. It is 2 years in the UAE, and the program is I'm not sure what kind of psychology you want to get into. What I do suggest is you can fill out you can go and visit our website and mdx.ac.ae, or you can just search us on Google, Middlesex University in Dubai, and you can go to the postgraduate programs section and click on the applied psychology program. Um, the
So I guess applied psychology covers a lot of aspects of the psychology program.
Yes, yes. The modules. I mean, it depends on what exactly the
Mhm.
student wants to do. Um, just give me one minute. I will tell you exactly what the postgraduate the modules in this program.
Sure,
Okay,
definitely.
program. The modules that are taught are
Yeah. So meanwhile, any other questions? If you have, please drop in your
in
questions in Q&A box.
um,
Then we will wrap it up.
there's advanced dissertation. Absolutely, absolutely. So I'm just gonna then the modules in applied psychology, Dr. Uzma, is there's applied psychometrics, research and issues in applied psychology, there are research methods in applied psychology, and psychotherapy, applied neuropsychology in education as well. These are the modules that are there. You can have a look at our website as well. Any more questions, anyone?
Yeah.
Uh,
So this is the last call for the questions. If you have any more questions, drop
Fantastic.
in Q&A box. Then we will wrap it up. And I would like to apologize for some technical glitches that we had earlier in the session. And thank you for joining us despite those glitches.
I'm glad everyone was able uh, to join in, and I just want to um, just read a few more points for the undergraduate students. So I have received your results recently. I congratulate each and every one of you for a great job. You have worked, you have achieved really good results. Make sure that you utilize them. Make sure that go into sports, try out new skills, try out go into social social activities. make sure that you are really utilizing your time. Do some programs online, as in, this is the age of information. On the internet, you can find so many articles, so many things that might interest you. You can go ahead, make full use of that. And I would like to wish you all the very best of luck for the upcoming few years. And remember that the hard work that you put in will always pay off in the long run. And again, wishing you all the very best of luck.
Thank you,
And
Yasir.
that's all
Thank you
from
very
my
much.
end.
Thank you very much. So I have a very small questions. Like you brought up sports. You were when you were
Yes.
actually, yeah, in your colloquy. So I just wanted to ask if you have any special
Sports
admission
scholarships.
criteria for the sports people who are coming from the sports background.
All right, that's a good question as well. So we do. I mean, the academic requirements stay the same
Okay.
for all students. But if there is a student who has achievements in sports, we definitely look into that. We do have sports scholarships, but I can tell you that in most cases, the academic scholarship is higher than what we could offer
Okay.
as a sports scholarship.
Mhm.
We've had students who have been in the Olympics. We've had really, really, how should I say this? I mean, people who have been on very competitive platforms, and
Mhm.
we have offered them amazing sports scholarships. In comparison, I mean, school competitions and those kind of things, I mean, we usually prefer the academic. We usually prefer to give the academic scholarship in those cases.
Thank you,
So,
Elsa.
so
Thank you
definitely,
very
if
much.
someone
Thank you
has
very much for your
any
answer.
kind of questions, you can definitely reach out to us. We do
Yes.
have a WhatsApp. You can reach us on WhatsApp as well. Let me just go to right to the end where all of our details are mentioned. Whoops. So
Yes.
as you can
That was it.
see,
Yeah.
these are the details. All right, so thank you all for joining us today. Thank you all for being a part of this session. Thank you very much to ICAE India as well for getting
Thank you,
us
Yasser. If
in
you can
touch. Right?
now
Yeah.
switch on your video, that people can see who
Oh
was
yeah.
talking,
Oh
who
yes,
was the face
definitely.
behind this voice.
Definitely, definitely. So this is me. I'm not sure if you can see me now.
No, not yet.
Oh, there it is.
Yeah.
Hi everyone.
So,
So this is
so
this
yeah.
is me. My name is Yasser, as I've mentioned at the beginning of the session. I am the International Recruitment Officer here in Middlesex, Dubai. And again, if you have any questions whatsoever, you can reach out to me directly. You can also contact us via those details.
Yeah. Thank you very much, Yasser, for joining us
Thank you.
today. Yeah,
Thank you
there
very
were
much
some
for having me.
glitches. Yeah, there were some glitches, but I think this was a very good session that we had, and you have answered all the questions very patiently, and your presentation was very thorough. Your answers were spot on, and I want to thank all the counselors who have joined us today, all the students for taking the time out. And once again, we can have another session with Middlesex University where we can give them a virtual tour of your university, so they
Absolutely.
can get insight of the university. So thank you
Absolutely.
very much for
Thank
joining
you very
us
much.
today. Yeah, till then, yeah.
If you do want to have a look at a very small virtual tour, it is there on YouTube.
Okay.
Middlesex University, Dubai. You can just go to our official YouTube and have a look at the virtual tour. Wishing you all
Hmm.
the very best of luck. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you. Good. This is goodbye
Thank you.
from our side. Stay safe and stay healthy, people. Bye.
Stay safe, everyone. Bye-bye.